All right, footy fans, get ready for another episode of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. Here are your hosts, PJ and Breno.
Yeah! G'day, footy fans! A bit of a delay there. Okay, welcome back to another cracking episode of NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. Just to wrap yourselves in because we've got plenty to talk about today. Big hits, bold predictions, and the kind of footy chat that you'll have you nodding in agreement 1 minute and yelling at the screen the next. Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, as always, I'm joined by the man, the myth, the walking and footy encyclopedia himself, PJ. How's it going, mate?
Hey, Breno, welcome everyone, and I'm excited to get to part 2 of round 1. How good was part 1 of round 1? It feels like a Harry Potter episode. It was just too big for 1 week. We had to put it into 2. I'm looking forward to chatting about it.
Nice work. Yeah, tonight we're going to break down all the action from the part 1 in Vegas, what went down, who fired, who flopped, and what it means for the season ahead. And we're going to check out round 1 matchups as it continues. If you're watching live, jump in the chat. We want to see your comments. Come on, comment away. And also, if you're watching us later on YouTube or on your podcast app, don't forget to join in on the chat on NRL Live Chat 2.0 Facebook group. That's where we're at. We live there pretty much. All right, let's get into it. We'll talk some footy news in just a second. As you might remember from last week, we did have a celebration over the weekend.
We did.
It was someone's birthday. Let's check it out if you haven't already. Let's have a look. Hey everyone, it's Breno at NRL Live Chat 2.0. There's something going on behind me here. At someone's birthday party. Who would it be? None other than PJ himself. It's his 50th birthday, and I've infiltrated what's going on behind me here in his party. Let's go check it out. So I'm here with the birthday boy. There you go, birthday boy.
Hey, how we doing?
Killing it.
Having a great time.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. Yeah, happy birthday, man.
Thank you,
Having a
man.
good night. It's fun.
It's a great
fun.
time.
It's awesome.
We're gambling.
No,
we're
not. No,
we're talking
wouldn't
footy.
do that. We're gambling responsibly.
We are gambling, but yeah,
Responsibly.
talking footy, having a great time.
Hey, there we go. Oh, hang on. Breaking news. Footy news. Hey, that was such a great night. Enjoyed my night. As you can probably tell by the video, we got a little bit loose, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah, we had a few drinks. I was pretty broken on Sunday, Breno, I have to admit. You somehow scarpered your way back to Newcastle.
Yeah, I got back ready for the watch party for the Vegas games and got into
big
it.
Vegas day. But
Backed
massive shout out to my beautiful wife, Marnie.
Yep.
She did such an amazing job.
Great
of
effort,
organising
yeah,
the
absolutely.
night. Secret theme. I didn't know about the whole gambling casino theme. It was very cool. I even got a video message from Alex Johnston from the Rabbitohs wishing me all the best, which was really nice. So it was a top night. Thanks for everyone that came. And let's talk footy, man.
Footy, all right, some breaking news. Just before we do that though, we love our footy, hey PJ, but just remember we're fans just like you. We love the footy. We're passionate about the game. So yeah, we're just here to give you some help with your tips, or at the very least, actually make some sense. Or
Make you laugh. I
something
try and
like
make
that.
you laugh. That's all I'm here for.
Or you could be like this guy. I hope we don't get like this guy. End up being ejected. Tyler Manoa got ejected from the stadium. He got to blow the horn for the Raiders because it was a technical home game for them. So they did their Viking clap, and he blew the horn. And they found him in the toilets a bit later on, battling with security, and allegedly got tasered as well. So don't know what happened there.
Yeah, he had a shocking night. So he was ejected, but good thing for the Raiders, they didn't care who blew the horn, mate. They were there and they were on fire for the evening. So well done, Sticky Ricky and the boys.
What else have we got? Let's go into the naughty corner. Breno's naughty corner.
Yeah, so we had a few naughties. Xavier Savage, grade 2 dangerous contact. He gets 1 to 2 weeks. One if he doesn't challenge, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to.
Yeah.
Joseph Tarpany, big loss, Breno, for the Raiders, with him
absolutely.
getting 2 weeks for the shoulder charge. And Britt Nakora got a $1,000 fine for being too good looking. It's just too good looking. Those eyes are amazing. It's just fined. So
it's a shame. It's sort of spoilt Savage. He scored 2 tries and had an absolute great game, and then
yeah,
so
the dead set fine.
then that just sort of spoiled it. Anyway, so Raiders might look a bit ordinary next week, missing them too.
Yeah.
Also, you've probably all seen it. The Dolphins and Rabbitohs game has been moved to Combank Stadium in Sydney because of a little bit of a storm coming. Al from Home and Away is coming along. Oh no, it's the cyclone. That's right. Yeah. So
I'm gonna blow on you flaming glass. So massive cyclone heading toward Brisbane.
Yeah, so stay safe, all you guys.
I have to say, I'm stunned, Brenner. I'm stunned. The NRL have done the right thing here and moved the game to Sydney, switching the Sydney
I thought so too. Yeah, a lot of people think so. Yeah.
To the Dolphins later in the year, and they still get criticised here. Bree Nakora, obviously, she's at home with the kids and pregnant. I can understand where she's coming from. Hopefully, she's got some family that can come around and give her a hand. But the leaving the families behind to ride out the storm alone, disgusting. Do better, NRL is her message. But I think the NRL used some common sense. This has happened before where there's been instances where games needed to be moved and we didn't do this. I think it's great. I don't know who picked Bankwest, though, Breno, as a Rabbitohs fan. The last place I want to go is Penrith. The second last place I want to go is bloody Bankwest.
Yeah.
The station's miles away.
Yeah.
It's so far to drive. Parramatta is literally gridlock on a Friday night for 3 solid hours. Why are we not playing at Allianz? The Roosters are on Thursday night. The Waratahs are on Saturday night. Allianz Stadium makes absolute sense, and the NRL again nearly get it right, but still manage to screw it up.
Yeah, it's obviously going to upset some people. I don't know why they can't go along as well. Take your family with you. I don't know.
Very frustrating. Oh, but then who's going to feed the dog? Where does that stop? So
take the dog.
I'm sure Bree Nikorima has some family up there that can come around and support her should she need some support with the wind.
Fair enough.
So, anyway.
Let's check out some results, hey?
Yeah.
All right, so the first match kicked off. A massive day of points. So many points scored on the Sunday, but we won't stay here too long. Wigan Warriors smashed the Warrington Wolves 48-24. Did anyone actually watch this game?
I did. It was 30-something nil for a long time, and Wolves got a couple of late tries to make the score somewhat respectable, and that was followed up by the Gillaroos. I don't know why we thought we would display the women's game when it's that lopsided, but 90-4, that's almost the greatest men's score in the history of the
That's
game.
not a typo, people. That was
That's
90-4.
Yeah, that's not what we want.
I do a few typos, but yeah, that is not a typo.
Yeah, that's not what we want to be broadcasting to the globe about how good rugby league is. There's one good team and everyone else is going to get murdered. So
there was talk about the girls keeping the girls game there, but maybe doing the state of origin. But they're actually going to pull it for next year's games, apparently, according to the NRL.
I agree with that because 4 games was too much.
It was a bit much, yeah.
It really should be, in my opinion, the World Club Challenge is probably the second or maybe even the third game, and then a couple of NRL games before that. We need to keep building the women's game. It's really developing well. We've expanded the competition. It needs more time at a international level, I should say, before we start doing things like this. That's not the look we want. This is a rugby union look where Western Samoa play against France and get beat 117-0. Like, no one wants to do that. Rugby do that. We don't do this.
That could have happened too. The girls have 10-minute less halves, so that could have. Yeah. If they had that extra 10 minutes, that definitely would have gone over 100.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so the Raiders kicked off their season in a dominant fashion, securing the biggest round 1 win in 6 years. Good on them. Their 30-8 victory also stands as the Warriors' heaviest season opener defeat. Savage had a blinder, as we were saying before, but finds himself on the bench for round 2 and, with a visit to the judiciary. And he picked up a double, though. That was good. And Sebastian Chris also got 2 tries. It was 16
as well, didn't he?
16-4 at half-time for those playing at home that like to know the half-time scores.
We have a few of you guys. But, yeah, Timoko had a great game. The whole back line for Canberra were the forwards, pardon the pun, laid a solid platform from which to work, and the backs just were cruising, creating overlaps left, right and centre. The Warriors were in complete disarray. Luke Metcalf deserved his start, but geez, he looked like he was directing traffic. He needed a stop-go sign for the Raiders forwards a couple of times there. It was just really disorganised. It could have been a lot worse than 30-8, to be fair. But the Raiders start the season on top of the table, Brenno.
Yeah, so I thought the Warriors might have had a bit more of a go, but their defensive efforts were pretty good in that first half. Like they saved a lot of tries, and there was a lot of handling areas too by both teams, I think. But that second half they just weren't there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, but I think Ricky Stewart, he had an interview after the game. He was really happy, but he was very much, fanfare. Vegas, blah, blah, blah. We're going to let this go now, get into round 2. It's a very long season. Yeah. We're all not going to start high-fiving each other that we've got a good team. The media's written us off, said we're going to come last. I thought that was hilarious. I think Rothfield was one of the ones that said they're going to come last. Complete joke. Like, there's no way the Canberra Raiders are coming last. But, it'll be interesting to see how they roll into round 2.
So the Panthers kick off their pursuit of a 5th straight premiership with a hard-fought 28-22 victory in a high-quality clash up against the Sharkies. They've now won 9 of their last 10 meetings with the Sharks, who continue their round 1 struggles, just winning 2 from their past 12 season openers. It's a bit disappointing, anyway. Dylan Edwards and Alamoti were huge for Penrith. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Yeah.
They played pretty good. Jesse Raymond played pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. He moved over from the Bulldogs last year and probably took less, let's be honest. Penrith are pretty flushed up on their salary cap, so there's not a lot of money there. He's gone over there and probably taken a little bit less than he deserves and won a premiership. And he looks really solid in the back line, Alamotti. I'm excited to see what he can do in this Penrith team. But they didn't really miss a beat, Brenno, even though they've lost Luai and they've lost a bunch of other players.
Doesn't seem like it, does it? Yeah.
They just brought guys in who win, man. And Cronulla were good. They weren't great.
But, it was a good game. It really was.
They got a late try to kind of make it a little bit interesting right at the end. But Penrith were very much in control for the majority of the match. And they'll be scary, mate. They got the Roosters round 2. They'll probably be starting this season 2-0 and on their way to a 5th consecutive premiership. I never thought I'd ever say that again. But Penrith heading to 5 possibly in 2025.
Very good.
Mm.
Yeah, it was a good game though. I enjoyed that one, and
Yeah.
that one was.
What do you think of Vegas? Do you think it worked?
I thought it did. Yeah, like we said, and like everyone's been saying, the 4 games was probably too much. But even some of the people there saying, yeah, can't sit through 4 games, like especially some of the blowouts. Like, what's the point of sitting here watching this? But that last game was definitely entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do they keep the English teams too? Like they brought some crazy supporters along. They were chanting and carrying on. That was good.
Yeah. I was about to touch on that. Yeah, 40,400 I think it was in the first year when I was there. 44,000 this year. So a crowd boost, definitely. But Wigan and Warrington brought some big chunks of fans. So
and loud fans.
I'm a little bit nervous if we drop the English contingent.
Yeah. But that could work, like you said. If you do the club challenge, then you got at least you got the English team there. They might bring some extra ones over. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, and it's not too much of a travel for them, right? A couple of hours to the west, and they're there. So it's not as much of a burden as Australia, where you're flying literally to the opposite side of the planet.
Yeah, it's Brennan pressing the wrong buttons again. Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk it?
All right, let's have a look at the rest of round 1. Roosters taking on the Broncos. It kicks off the rest of the round 1 on Thursday. Both teams looking to try and improve their efforts from last season. Should be a solid match. Firstly, thought the thoughts of the people in Queensland too at the moment with the Cyclone Alfred happening, and stay safe, everyone.
Yep. Yeah, Roosters really ordinary in the pre-season. They've actually got a pretty solid lineup. If you bring it up, Breno, they're pretty solid. 1 to 13. The bench is a few new names there, and there's not a lot on the extended bench. But the Roosters, I think in the first couple of rounds, before any injuries or suspensions or anything like that, they're going to be pretty solid.
Yeah. So they're missing, obviously missing JWH and Keary. They're gone from the team. And they've only recruited Chad Townsend, but
and Manu.
Manu.
Manu. Not really Manu. Joseph Manu. Wrong Manu. I'll get my Manus mixed.
They're all the same, aren't they? They got Brandon Smith and Sam Walker. I think it's still injured, and you got Spencer Lenai still on suspension.
Yeah.
Broncos missing Staggs with an injury.
Yeah, but what a team Brisbane, that forward pack is pretty good. Gozewski, he's been around for a long time on benches for a whole bunch of teams, and he finally gets a start here at Brisbane. With that forward pack around him, mate, I think he'll do pretty well. So, I'm still tipping the Broncos, Breno, but I don't think the Roosters are going to be disgraced. I think it'll be a close one, maybe 8 or 10 points in it. They'll want to start with Penrith in round 2. The Roosters will have to win this one before they drop to 0-2 and possibly 0-3, and who knows what happens after that. And with a pretty skinny depth chart, could be a long season for the Roosters. They're going to be up for this one, and they'll be in the contest. Trust me.
For sure. And Ben Hunt's returned to Brisbane as well.
Yeah,
he's after some redemption.
I just do it for a laugh. The first ball, bomb him.
Yeah, just bomb. Just keep. Well, I think he dropped it too on the last game of the trials. We talked about it last week anyway.
Yeah. Speaking of dropping it, Mulatalo, what was he thinking 1 metre out from the line, Brenner, giving away a penalty in possession, which the Panthers then scored from, and they lost by 6 points? I mean, he's done that a couple of times now, Ronaldo Mulatalo. I don't know what you say or do to him. I don't know if you drop him next week or what, but that's unacceptable behaviour. I don't care if someone pushed the guy on the ground or whatever. Don't give away a penalty a metre out from your line in possession. It's absolutely crazy. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. And he's done it a couple of times now, so he's got to wake up himself.
Big smack on the wrist there.
Big slap on the bum.
All right, the moment has come for the Tigers. How will all their new recruits come together and see if they can bring them off the bottom of the ladder up against a sharp-looking Knights outfit? See what I did there? And They are looking good, if I do say so myself.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Tigers. A couple out, actually. Buller is out. Naden is out. That back line. Look at that back line for Panthers, mate. Ponga, Schiller, Gagai, Best, Marju,
Talking about
Sharp, and
Knights, man.
Cogger.
Yeah,
That is
it's pretty
a
solid.
that is a really, really solid back seven. I reckon that's what's going to win the game for the Newcastle Knights. I'm going for a Newcastle win. I think Phoenix Crossland has been amazing this year for the Knights. They did really well in the pre-season. The forwards are looking really good. Saifidi on again. Jerome Luai going into 7 with Galvin, good. But, I'm just not sure with the likes of, Fainai and Seafarth and Twal. They're going to be able to compete in that forward pack as well. So
Yeah.
I think the Knights will win this one.
Let's hope. I'll definitely tip Knights this one.
Friday, 6 o'clock. I'll be looking forward to that. Get home from work, crack a beer.
I'll still be at work.
On we go.
Yeah.
On we go.
Anyway.
Into this beautiful match. Now, we've got to flip them, actually, but Rabbitohs are now at home with the Dolphins game moving to Sydney in the round 14 game later in the season, becoming the Dolphins' home game. Very smart move by the NRL, but CommBank Stadium, I don't know what we were bloody thinking. It should be absolutely Allianz. I'd be there and cheering the Bunnies on. But
there must be something on at Allianz or something.
There is nothing on at Allianz. I don't know why, but the Rabbitohs can't get anyone to give them a gig at the Allianz Stadium. But Rabbitohs, a lot of injuries. Team list shows that a few of them are back this week. We've got Jai Arrow back. We've got Cody Walker back. Campbell Graham has been named in the team. He's been out all of last year and then went and broke his hand in the preseason. So backline looking pretty solid, I think. Jai Gray at the back. He'll create plenty of tries. But Jamie Humphries, he was really good in the trial match, even though he got smashed. And the forward pack's a little bit pieced together. So Dolphins, Tabuai Fido, Asako, Farnworth, Tupou,
It's such a strong lineup, isn't it? Yeah.
Really strong lineup. I've tipped South purely with my heart. I haven't used my head for this one. Now that we're at home, I think that gives us a little bit of an advantage. But I'm just not sure we're going to get the chocolates here. So
do you think though, has the NRL done this on purpose? They've put these two teams against each other in round one, sending the former coach of the Dolphins, Wayne Bennett, to his old team.
Oh, absolutely. This is a story right here. Wayne I can hear that guy now with his voice. What's his name? Naden? Wayne Bennett.
Oh, yeah.
His old team. Oak. Kill hungry, thirsty, dead. I can hear him now. But definitely,
we'll have to get him on the show and do some promos for us.
We'll have to get him on the show.
I just all I hope.
At Parramatta.
All I hope
the
is
Parramatta Does.
All I hope that Wayne Bennett actually knows which change room to go to this time.
Yeah. Petrus says, I need them. What do you need, Petrus?
I don't know.
You got to tell me what you want. I need
what
them.
you really, really want. Oh.
I don't know what he means. But yeah, Jay, thank you. We love the picture too. And Babbo, you love this with a love heart. We love this too. It's a lot of fun doing this podcast, so thanks for tuning in. But I'm going Bunnies with my heart, not with my head.
No, my chat's not working.
Tip,
that's all right. I've got the drum roll. No, Dolphins. Sorry. I don't know. I love your passion for your Rabbitohs, but I think they're going to be a bit strong. I think the Dolphins.
Yeah, I think if Campbell Graham and Walker were out, I'd 100% be betting on the Dolphins. But with them in, we're a slim chance. I think this will be a 1-2 point game. It'll be really close, I think. So make sure you join the tipping comp as well, everyone.
Yeah, I just put that link in there.
The chat.
I was meant to do it at the beginning and I didn't press the go button.
Yeah, if you haven't put your tips in yet, you've only missed 2 games. Yeah, and most people got one of them wrong. I'm not one of those people, Breno. You are, though, aren't you?
Stop it. Yeah, tip the Warriors.
There were a few people who got 0 out of 2, so you're actually not even behind those people.
What do they say? You can't win it in round 1, can you?
You cannot win the tipping comp in round 1. But join the Join the
Come
tipping
to
comp.
show
It's
us
a
what
lot
you
of
got.
fun. You can give us a spray if you're ahead of us in the chat and go, hey, PJ, I'm 2 ahead of you. You don't know what you're talking about. And I'll go, okay.
Anyway, so the Dragons pick up Clint Gutherson, Val Holmes, Damien Cook. Time to see how they gel up against the strong-looking Dogs. Dragons look good coming off that preseason with their 2 wins, but not a good record against the Dogs, as the Dogs have won 4 of their last 5 games against the Dragons. I've got the Dragons, though.
You went Dragons. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, Dragons at Cogra. A lot of fans blowing up online. This should be at Homebush. It should be a Bulldogs home game because you'd get about 50,000 there. There's a lot of anticipation for Bulldogs fans this year after they made the semis last year. G'day, Steve. I know you like watching the show, mate.
Is he
Go
watching?
to Doggies. And Jet, my grandson, he loves the Doggies. But Dragons have built so well in the off-season. You know, Clint Gutherson, Val Holmes. They've got Lachlan Ilias now. A halfback that can control the game nicely. Damien Cook's come in as well. Probably top 5 hooker in the game still, even though he's kind of, slowing down a little bit. So the Dragons look really good in the preseason. They lost the preseason cup to the Broncos by a bee's dick. That's an actual measurement, ladies and gentlemen. A bee's dick is a very small amount. So I think the fans are right. This should have been flipped. It should have been. They'd have 50,000 at the round 1 game. That would be amazing. But unfortunately, they picked Cogra. You might squeeze 18.5 in there. But Saturday afternoon, 5:30, I'm sure the Dragons fans will not be complaining.
Yeah, at least it'll look good. The place will be packed, surely.
And they kind of deserve a home game, the Dragons, with what they've gone through in the last, decade. And now they've actually got a good team. Let's get some anticipation into round 1. Tipping the Bulldogs, though, I really think they're going to win it. But my son's a Dragon. I've got a lot of Dragons fans as friends. I don't know how that happened. But, I've got a bit of a soft spot for them. So I hope they go all right. Just not against South.
All right, Cowboys kick off their 30-year anniversary up against the Sea Eagles. DCE is in his 15th season, and Tommy Turbo looks fit as well for now. They look strong at 4 points as well, so last year only losing 2 games at home. Can the Cowboys start off strong, or have they lost too many players over the off-season? I took Manly. They're going to be too strong at home, I think.
Oh, yeah, I'd be going Manly. Almost 13 plus. No, who's the big forward? Tamalolo. No Tamalolo in round 1. Their forward pack is looking a bit skinny. Jeremiah Nanai is there. But all 3 turbos, Breno.
Yeah, okay,
starting
cool.
lineup. That hasn't happened for a while.
Yeah,
Ben
there's always someone
Trbojevic.
injured. Yeah.
Ben Trbojevic has finally made his stamp on the starting lineup, and he is now number 12 instead of 14 or 15 like he normally is. Cherry Evans, amazing season last year, 35 years old, probably played
Still
his
kicking.
best season in the first 10 weeks. He was absolutely outstanding. Luke Brooks didn't miss a beat going into that Manly side. Ruben Garrick, amazing. But yeah, the forward pack there, I'm just looking at him. John Bateman's an interesting one, but Nanai, Cotter, Reece Robson's always good. Jordan McLean. It's not a terrible forward pack. So I think this will be a good battle, but I do see Manly winning comfortably. 10 to 12, maybe even 13 plus. Maybe even 13 plus.
Cool. And then the Eels just missing out on some woodwork last year, avoiding the dreaded spoon. They have a tough start to the year with last year's minor premiers in Melbourne, and premiership tip for me, Storm are the team to beat this year, and I can't see the depleted Eels winning this one. I have the Storm.
Yeah, I have the Storm 13 plus. That's a stitch up from the NRL. Well done, NRL, to Parramatta fans. They've lost a whole bunch of players, and they've got a new coach, and the first job you give them is
give them
go
the
to
toughest
Melbourne
game,
and play one of the best teams.
$6.70 when I put that on the image.
Yeah, $1.11 there, mate.
16.5 start.
Pappenhausen's back. Nick Meaney, great year. Howarth, how good was Howarth and Warbrick last year? Come out of
Yeah.
nowhere and they're just superstars. Munster's back. Jerome Hughes was
Good.
fantastic.
Yeah, they got
And
all
you
their...
talk Manu making the off-season switch from the West Tigers. He's sick of losing. He's coming into the Melbourne team, so they'll be way too strong for Parramatta. They've got Ronald Volkman at 7. He's bounced around a few teams since he got poached by the Roosters from the Warriors. Really gone nowhere. Went to the Dragons, did nothing, and now he's the starting halfback for Parramatta.
Oh, wow.
With Mitch Moses still out. So
See what he can do.
scary for him. But Zach Lomax will be in the centres, not on the wing, right where he wants to be, even though he was one of the world's best wingers last year. I will never, to the day I die, work that one out, Brenner.
Don't know.
Never. So
Anyway,
his Origin series is over. He won't be playing Origin again. And I'm fearful for my Parramatta friends. This could be bad.
It's going to be a tough year for Para.
Yeah, this could be bad. A lot of people tipping him 17th. I'm definitely one saying bottom 3. But we'll bring our points tables out, ladies and gentlemen, next week. In next week's show, we get 1 week to look at the teams, and then we will put our 1 to 17 in order
top 8
in the points table challenge. And if you get a position right, you get 3 points. If you're 1 off, you get 1 point. If you're more than 1 off, you get nothing. And we'll see who gets the most points at the end of the year. So
I reckon I've locked mine in already, but yeah, I might have to. I'll take another week to have a look at it.
You locked it in already, bro.
I reckon I have, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens the rest of the
was here, he'd say, impressive.
Do you want to have a look at our tips now? We're just going through the games, and
Let's do that.
looks like I'm up first. Here we go. So yeah, bad start. First game of the year gone. There we go. Matching my tips from last year, ordinary. And I tipped, at least I tipped the Panthers. So I got 1.
Yeah.
Now going Broncos, Knights, Dolphins, Dragons, Manly, and the Storm.
Mm-hmm. Quite a few different to me, Brenno, I must say. So I got 2 out of 2 in round 1 so far. I'm going Broncos, Knights, but I'm going Souths, Bulldogs, Manly, Storm. So a couple of different ones there. That's 3 different. So one of us will be leading.
Yeah, someone's going to be streaking ahead before we even start the first round.
Mm-hmm. I hope it's me because I'm tipping my team.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I'm all hope. It's all hope at this point.
All right, I think it's that.
We've been 1 in a row.
Talking about tips, it's that time of the night.
Woo.
Joe's tip of the week.
I love my tip of the week, and this year we're going to 3 tips so I can actually get some right. Okay, so this is what I think is going to happen in round 1, and if you put all your money on this, you'll become a millionaire. No, it's not true. It's not true. But take this one on board. You ready?
I've only got $10, so I won't get much.
Broncos 1 to 12. A lot of people will tip 13 plus in that game. I don't think the Roosters are going to be that bad. They've got a very solid lineup, 1 to 13. And I think once injuries and things happen, they may drop a little bit off during the season. But at this point, Broncos will only win 1 to 12. Bulldogs 1 to 12. And that was a difficult one as well because St George are looking really good. But I think the form that the Bulldogs had last year and the players that are in, I think at Cogra, they'll be good enough to beat the Dragons. And then finally, the Storm, 13 plus. Here's my multi this week. Oh, it's got 1 to 12. I want them 13 plus.
Sorry, my bad.
That was a typo. That's all right. 13 plus. I'll probably go 20 plus, to be honest, but we'll just go 13 plus for now. So if you want to make lots and lots of money, Broncos 1 to 12, Bulldogs 1 to 12, Storm, ding, 13 plus. And make sure you gamble responsibly.
Please gamble responsibly.
Gamble responsibly. Okay.
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 Joe's tip of the week.
And we're back. After all that. Oh, we're a bit blurry now. What's going on? The joys of live television,
There we go.
ladies and gentlemen.
There we are.
There we go. We're there. Oh, I forgot to mention that before.
The joys of
Talking
live
about
television.
the tipping comp, of little scroll there about the tippers that have won the first 2 games so far. Yeah, there's PJ. Anyway.
Yep, it is me. But I'm not first. Who's first?
I don't know.
I'm just logging in
It's
now.
too
so
early.
yeah, I'm just logging in now. Someone must have a better margin than me. I don't think I did a good margin, but I'll log in now and have a look. See if we can't figure out who's winning the NRL live chat 2.0 points table. Boots Thunder. Boots Thunder.
Boots.
Put your house on it, and Shivo all got both tips right with a margin of 14.
Nice.
So well done to those 3 people. You have won absolutely nothing, but you are leading currently in the points table.
In the 2
And
games.
to the
that we've
one
had.
bloke, yeah, and to the one bloke, the Bunny 66, who's the only guy who didn't get any tips right. He missed the first game, Breno, but he got his tip in
bugger.
by the second
That's
game
the way.
and picked the Sharks.
It's
So
not
the
too
Bunny
late. It's not too
66,
late.
good try.
Click on that link.
Good try.
Jump in if you haven't jumped into our tipping comps. Have a bit of fun.
Jump in. We only have 23 people in there at the moment. You're only 2 points behind. So
Yeah.
jump in, have a bit of fun, give us a stick
It's
if
gonna
you're
be a long
beating us,
season. Yeah.
and gamble responsibly always.
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 I think
okay.
that's all we've got time for, isn't it? I think.
I think that's it, mate. Yeah,
Oh.
I don't have any fan questions online here.
Oh, hang on.
So we had some comments. So I want to
do,
give a big
yes.
shout out to George. Big shout out to George. He was in the live chat on last week's Vegas round.
No, wrong one.
Very, very smart guy.
Not that one. That one.
Loves a chat.
That's all right.
I think that was it. Yeah,
That's it. Yeah, George. There we go.
yeah, Georgie. Yeah,
Yeah,
he doesn't see the
very
Roosters
lively in the
doing
chat.
well
It was good.
this year. Lost too many good players and barely signed anyone. And we also had that picture. Have you got that post that you just took off there, Breno? We had a big post there from Chris Harper,
Yeah.
who said Vegas is the most stupidest thing that the NRL has done. First of all, stupidest isn't a word. It would be the most stupid thing the NRL has done. Stupidest is not a word, but we are
can make it
polite
a
here
word.
at NRL
Yeah.
Live Chat 2.0. I politely said, thank you. I don't agree with almost anything that you said. If the NRL even just get 2% of the sponsorship money in America, the game probably doubles or triples its revenue. The money over there is amazing. Brenna, I don't know if our fans know, but in the NRL, our salary cap's about 10.8 million. In the NFL, I think it's 340 million per team.
Yeah, right.
Per
Yeah,
team.
wow.
Like one team
We could just
makes
tap into
more
that,
money
mate.
than all of our teams put together.
Yeah,
Like
that's
if we can get
crazy.
a small chunk of that sponsorship revenue, our game will double, probably triple in revenue, which means our players get paid a whole lot more. We can buy infrastructure like stadiums and facilities like hotels, so the game can save money as it's generating money. Like there's so many opportunities if this works, and it appears to be working, despite the fact the crowd didn't really go up much.
Well,
It was on national.
but it's insane that
television.
on Fox they were saying that there was over 300,000 viewers on Fox in America, which they said was a 600% increase from last year, where there was only about 6,000 people who watched it. So that's
Yeah.
massive. That's a start.
Yeah, and if we do it again next year and
Keep-
there's over a
keep it
million
going,
Americans,
yeah,
there's
absolutely.
340 million Americans. Let's remember that, and more than half of them voted for Donald Trump. So
Let's not even go there.
not getting into politics, but if we can get a small chunk of those fans just watching and following the game, buying a
absolutely.
flag or a jersey or a hat or something, the game makes millions and millions of dollars. So I disagree with Mr. Harper.
I
I
see
think
a lot
we're
of
on the right track.
There was a lot of negative comments on some of the posts from the NRL. I'm like, oh, God, come on, guys. Like, they're trying something different. If we just did the same thing every year, it'd be just boring and we won't get any more people watching the game. Last year was the biggest year we've had for viewership. So the game's getting bigger and better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and tonight's episode, by the way, was brought to us by Captain Morgan. Not because they were sponsoring it all, but I did get a bottle of it. So thank you for
You drank that whole bottle.
lovely person who bought it for me for my birthday. But no, not the whole bottle. I had another go at it
90%
already.
No.
But yeah, Captain Morgan, thank you very much. If you want to sponsor us, my mobile number is 04. No,
Just drop your comment, drop a link or something in there, and we'll.
don't call me, I'll call you.
Yeah, our people talk to your people.
Yeah, we didn't hear from Witzer. After
Yeah,
you gave us
yeah,
a
what's
solid
going
plug
on?
last week. Anyway,
Right, Witzer,
if you
where
need
are
home
you?
renovations, go to Witzer.
Well, that was fun. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks
Thanks,
everyone
Breno,
for
for an
joining
amazing
us.
video. I really appreciate you
Oh,
putting
yeah,
that
it
together,
was
mate.
good.
That was
It
very
fun.
nice. And
You knew that was going to happen.
yeah, to all our friends out there in the football world, enjoy the rest of round one. I'm so excited about seeing my bunnies play Friday night.
Yeah, but you're
I
not gonna
hope
get
your
to see
team
it.
wins.
Yeah,
Make sure you join
mine
us
will.
on the live chat to talk about the game while you're watching. And yeah, have a great weekend.
Yeah, enjoy the footy, guys. Enjoy the footy, PJ. And we'll
Go
see
the
you,
Knights.
see you next week, eh?
Go the bunnies.
Good night. Good night.
Thanks for tuning in to another action-packed episode of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out all of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 action on our Facebook group page. Come and join the chat. Goodbye.